Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
Nothing much. What's happening with you today?
Just another Tuesday.
Hello, and welcome to TCZ News. Yes, I have to think about saying that so I don't say the wrong thing. Guys, as you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend. Today on the docket, we have Nikki Phillippi. Is that how you say her name? Nikki
Mm-hmm.
Phillippi. And her dog Troubles. We have Mama June and her get out of jail free card. And we have Porsha. Miss Porsha Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta in relationship news.
Right? Okay. Porsche just been broke. She shut down YouTube for a little bit. Like the people just had to get on the live and talk about it and put out videos like last night. I was like, whoa, but we'll get to her because we'll save her for the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about Nikki Phillips first. And you told me about this. I'm going to pull up the screen and you can start giving us the rundown on this whole situation.
So with her, it was. I'm not going to just say her. It was just her and her husband. What it is that so they had a dog, Bowser. Apparently it was the husband's dog, and the wife didn't appear to. Well, Nikki didn't appear to like the dog too much. So apparently the dog had been shown signs of aggression over the years, allegedly. Aggression, a little fire dog because we found out that he was traumatized as a puppy as he was bitten by another dog. Now, them knowing this, for what I can gather, they never sought proper training for the dog. Like
Mm.
I really don't feel when dogs have gone through traumatic experiences that you training the dog as the owner is really going to be the best thing for the dog. They need professional training. They need professional guidance because that's trauma to the pet. So you really can't. You're not equipped unless you're a veterinarian or a dog trainer. I don't think you're really equipped to do that. I know I wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
So they said the dogs have these issues. So when you say these dogs have these issues for a while, that lets me know this didn't start when you had your child. I'm sorry. That to me that's negligence. That's just my opinion. So going down the line, they had their child, and apparently the child was trying to take food from the dog, and the dog bit the child. Now the child, so I understand the child wasn't hurt badly, but still, the dog bit their son. Okay, my thing is why was your child allowed to be near the dog while I was eating? I would never allow that. So makes no sense. So we go on. What else did they do? Some clips came out showing that they would literally use a little Yorkie to antagonize Bowser. I'm like because the Yorkie was like a little gappy, and they would put the Yorkie in his face, and then he would like lunge at the little Yorkie. I'm like, and they did this several times.
Oh my God.
I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, this is to me, this is abusive behavior. Like you're taunting this dog. You're taunting your pet with another pet. Like, what if you weren't fast enough to get the little dog out the way, and he just mauled that little dog and took your hand with it?
Well, no wonder why the poor little bull terrier didn't like the baby, because the baby and the Yorkie are probably the same size. I'm just like,
Probably
what are you doing? So wait, who allowed these people to have pets? Seriously?
right. And I was sitting here after watching several videos by other YouTubers, and then like reading the article. I'm like, this is just so bad. And the video that they did was horrendous. It was bad acting, no emotion.
Oh, you mean the
Uh,
one where they said that they had to put
Turn
down
him
the
down.
dog?
Right.
Yeah, that oh, I question why they felt the need to announce that.
So I'm going to go into a side tangent here about family vloggers. I am not a family vlogger fan. Number one reason is most of them use their kids in their videos, and I'm just not a fan of minors being on YouTube, on social media. Period. That's just my personal opinion. So with family vloggers, they vlog their life. So from what I've seen, there really is no boundaries for some of them when it comes up to content. Everything in their life is content. So I think they were like, okay, we're gonna put this video out, and it's sad, so people are gonna click on it. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, no, this is not content. This is not content. Do not. This is not. This is unacceptable. And if you're going to put this out there, you should leave your comments on because the comments are turned off, which is another issue I have.
Oh, they turned off their comments on that video?
But on this video, yeah.
Oh, originally when they put it out or only after the
No,
backlash?
after the backlash.
Whoops.
There was no
Interesting.
sympathy. There was nothing. And the killing part is before they had the dog put down, which is another problem I have. Why are you putting down a healthy animal? You didn't intend to like get it properly trained. You really didn't make no effort to rehome it. Just say a thing. A thing is like we were mad at the dog because it bit our child, but it's your fault. That's just my opinion. You can feel how you feel. I don't care. Your child should not be near. No child should be near a pet when they're eating. Period. I don't care if it's a mouse. Keep your children away from the pets and food. So they made the decision to do it at home euthanasia. I'm like,
I didn't even
so
know this was a
unnecessary.
thing. Like, I didn't know you could like get a to-go euthanasia kit and do it at
Yeah,
home.
at home.
This story just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. And guys, just for reference, all of the stories that we're talking about today, we have linked articles in our description of this video. So you can click on these. Like this particular article is from Refinery 29 and gave me a little bit more background on this situation, because when Jamal brought it up to me, I was like, who? Because y'all know all I watch is little dogs on YouTube. Um, so this was kind of like, I've never heard of a situation like this. This dog was 9 years old. If it was a problem dog, like, don't they, like, I thought it was like 3 bites and you're out.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But this dog is really, it just nothing really adds up for me because if the dog had um consistent behavior issues, you should have got training or rehomed it before you had a child, and that's just my opinion.
Okay, so they got the to-go euthanasia kit, but they brought in a professional photographer to do a photo shoot with said dog and baby next to dog in the photo shoot to memorialize the animal that you're about to put down. Who
Correct.
does that?
Right.
Like, I don't like talking about other YouTubers. Like, you know my aversion to that. But
Mm-hmm.
this just doesn't make sense.
It
Am I
doesn't.
missing something? Like,
I
who
don't think you
who
are.
euthanizes a healthy dog? Where are the three strikes that you're out? Who does a take-home euthanasia kit? Are there no rehoming uh doggy shelters or no kill shelters in their area? They went straight to Humane Society and they gave them a takeaway euthanasia kit. I,
Mm-hmm. That was my
it's
thing.
not making sense to me.
Not at all. That's why. That's why.
Okay.
That's why. This is why. This is why this is so upsetting because of how you do that. I just I was just completely appalled. It's ridiculous.
And so what's happening to their family vlog or whatever it is?
Nothing. There's nothing anyone can really do at this point because it's not they breached terms of service.
Oh,
But they're just getting a lot of backlash from everywhere.
well, Good luck to them. My God. Okay, let's just check and see who's coming to the chat with us. Hey Trey, hey Yanni, hey Paranormal Witch. I thought I saw Pearl in there. Hey Pearl. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so anything else on this particular tidbit, or should we move on to Mama June?
I think we move on to Mama June because we cover like
Okay.
the meat of the story.
Okay. So, all right. So I found it weird that Mama June seemed to have like this nonchalant attitude with regards to going to jail. Like Gino seemed to be facing his 10 years, and Mama June is like, no, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. Well, here we go. This is from the TrustVilleTribune.com. And it says Mama June to avoid prison if she can mind her P's and Q's. What is going on?
That's what I was. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, this would kind of explain why she has the attitude that she has. Like, I'm not going to jail. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Blah 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 blah. Well, we're like, well, ma'am. According to the people, like, you may be going to jail, so you might want to like curb that a little bit. And this article, I read the article, I'm like, oh, like if she can do X, Y, and Z, you know, then she'll be okay.
Okay, so if she could have charges against her dismissed if she can complete a trial diversion program in Macon County, Alabama. So
Right.
wait, let me ask you a question. You have a
Mm-hmm.
better memory than me. When she's in this denial mode on the TV show, does she ever say, we are not going to go to jail, or is it just, I'm not going to go to jail?
I think it's more.
Because I
I think
only remember
she
her
says
saying, I'm
I'm
not going to jail.
right. I think that's what she says. She says I'm not going to jail.
Nice knowing you, Gino.
Right. Bye, Gina.
Bye.
We'll send you a postcard.
We'll put some money on your books. Good Lord. Mama Jill is going. Wait, Mama June is going to jail for what? Pearl, you don't remember the when she was arrested at the this is for when she was arrested at the gas station, right? And she
In
was
Alabama.
for
Mm-hmm.
for possession of illegal substances and paraphernalia or something like that. Um, so that's what that's all about. That's 2 years now. I think it was 2 years ago that happened. Yanni says, I understand her. She's not a hardcore criminal, but his situation is different. How about him? Um, I his situation is different because this will not be the first time that he has visited the pokey. So that might be held against him.
That's
So
my concern with Gino.
look.
They may come down hard on him because he has been there before.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, Pearl. So Mama June and Gino both are like she has 2 years, up to 2 years for her if she's convicted, and up to 10 years for Gino. But this article says that she might be able to get out of it, and it's probably because I don't think she's had drug problems throughout her life,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think she's ever gone to jail. Do we? Maybe
Me
that's why if
neither.
she could do this diversion program, she can get out.
That's what I'm thinking too. It's more like as long as she's does what they say, she might avoid it.
Yeah.
Which I think would be like I think people should be punished, but if she can keep herself clean and on the straight and narrow, I'd say I'm okay with it. Because I would hate for her to go to jail and have Alana see that. You know?
Yeah, or like even if she doesn't go to jail, couldn't they give her like the ankle bracelet and she has to stay at the house, like she can't go out
House arrest.
since yeah. So
Yeah, something like that would be good too.
yeah, and it would help her recovery program, you know.
Hmm. Most
I don't
definitely.
think jail is the place for her to go at this stage right now, because I think that although I think Gino's come a long way further than she has with regards to the recovery program. Um, but June, oh, if can you imagine if she goes into jail? Mm.
But what killed me is when she thought like she would go to like celebrity jail. Like she's Mama June, so she'd be okay. I'm like, what?
There's a celebrity jail? Well,
Right.
okay, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. Let's see. I think jail's the only way to make her wake up, even if it's a couple of months. Oh, what do you think about Yanni's point here?
I, I definitely see that side. And I'm on both sides of this one. One, if I'm thinking about her family, like this would be another traumatic incident, I wouldn't want to see it. But the way she's acting and carrying on, like nothing's wrong, I think jail would do her good simply to teach her there are consequences to your actions. You can something to show her that just because you're a quote unquote celebrity, you do have consequences and you will face them. So in that
Okay.
respect, I think it would be good for her, if I'm being completely 100% honest. Not good for
Okay.
her family, but good for her specifically.
Wow. Okay. Anything else to this particular um
I think we're good on them.
okay, so she was charged with felony drug possession and misdemeanor unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. Okay. Okay. Oof. All right, girl. Live your best life, Mama June. All right, so next. Ready for the next story?
Oh, most definitely.
All right, guys. I think this is the reason why you all have tuned in today because it's been all over. If I can hold on. Here we go. Porsha Williams engaged to Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Phelan Gubadia. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. Estranged husband after a month of dating. Yay! Porsha, 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 Porsha. Mazel tov on the engagement.
It's just a mess. I'm
Is that
sorry.
okay?
It's tacky. I don't care if y'all were friends or not.
Well,
Y'all were coworkers, so you still don't do something like that.
well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I think this is the announcement from Porsche, and I'm sure you guys have all seen this already. But let's dig into this because I have some real timeline issues on this whole thing. So Portia for Real on Instagram says, our relationship began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love. I know it's fast, but we're living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and every night, tuning out all of the negative energy and only focused on positive wishes. He makes me so happy, and to me, that's what matters most. For all of you that need facts, I get the optics, but Simon filed for divorce from a previous marriage in January. I had nothing to do with their divorce filing. That's between the two of them. Phelan and I are not friends, and Simon's divorce has been settled. Our relationship is a positive, loving step forward in everybody's lives. Simon and Dennis are committed to being respectful and supportive of my happiness in the situation, as well as being the best co-parents they can be to baby PJ. Two Black men stepping up and being amazing people. Let's praise them. It's truly a beautiful moment in my life, and we cannot wait to spend the rest of our lives together. XOXOP, hashtag love wins. Isn't
Mm.
this wonderful?
Right. And I mean, here's my thing. I don't understand why Portia would be get engaged. Here's the reason why.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, He's been married twice before you.
And he has 5
But
children?
let me see.
I
The
think
two.
someone said he has 5. And Pearl, they got estranged, I think sometime last year. Um, but yeah.
I
And
want to say
mhm.
so. He has one by Fallon. So according to this, they had 7 children total.
Oh my God.
So he had to have 5 before her.
Oh
I'm trying to do the
geez.
math. I'm trying to do 7 together. Okay, they had 7 together. So Fallon came in with two. With two, he had 4 plus the one you have together makes 5. Okay, there we go. I had to do. I'm sorry, guys. I had to do it the math. So he has 5 total children. 4 from the first wife. 1 with Fallon.
Balance. Okay. And so now with baby PJ, it will be 8 in total in his menagerie.
Hmm.
Okay. So they seem very happy. They're on a Caribbean island. Good for you, Porsha. Okay, so let's take a look at his post. Um, I'd like to seize this opportunity, and somebody went in and helped him correct this. I'd like to seize this opportunity to thank every well wisher of Porsha and I, whether via phone, text, or DM. You affirm my belief, I think that's supposed to be belief, that finding love is possible for everyone who genuinely seeks one. Getting married again was never a question in my mind, but when what? Getting married again was never a question in my mind, but when? Did not expect to be blessed with a mate so soon. The interesting thing about life is that it is an individual journey. Portia and I, with the support of our loved ones, have chosen to travel together as one and spread love, positivity to our community, which is in desperate need of positive and healthy images of the best versions of ourselves. We travel this road not lightly, considering we have being in relationship. What the? Being in relationship, he needs to get a full refund from this PR company who crafted this. Or either that I can't read or something. We travel this road not lightly, considering we have being in relationships that have thought us to want and do better for ourselves. I asked her to marry me because we checked all of each other's boxes and then some. We have done the individual work to sustain a healthy relationship, and I stand next to her, proud that we found each other. What we have is what we wish every single one of you out there happiness. So when I asked, she said, yes, that is all that mattered. Thank you again for your love and support. Truly appreciated. Prayers, hashtag love wins. And let's see the ring. A lot of y'all shady people out there are saying that this is the same ring that he gave Fallon. Whatever happening to being green and recycling? So what if it is? Maybe he got buy one, get one free at the local jewelry store. I know it happens at my Publix supermarket all the time. Or maybe he's just a creature of habit and he loves giving these girls, emerald cut diamond rings.
Well, do you think that maybe he bought them in bulk? I mean,
Probably, like, yes, because you get a discount when you buy in bulk. Like, you buy a bag of rings.
because he said no, because he said like getting married again was never in doubt. So that tells me that you plan to get married again. So you might have a couple of rings in stock.
But apparently, there's some video that he did about a month ago saying that he was never getting married again. So, child. Look, isn't this a beautiful Caribbean island that they're at? And why are they cutting a cake with titties on it? What the hell is that?
I thought it was a radio, maybe.
Oh,
Oh, Yanni, that's so wrong.
he took the rings back and re-gift period.
Oh,
Well,
oh, mm-mm.
he's from Africa, right?
Yes.
Maybe he popped over to Botswana and bought loose stones.
Okay. It's possible he has the money to do it, so why not?
Yeah. But is it a lovely ring? Yes, it is. Porsha, go get it valued and insured. But go get it valued to make sure that it's for real. Um, Porsha, see, look right there in front of the suitcases. They was on vacation in the Caribbean.
I just want to know if she's pregnant, because that will tell you the timeline for real.
Well, let's go back here because on Mother's Day, she was doing a lot of dancing. Well, this is the first picture that caught everybody's attention. Notice her hand is placed in an affectionate way on him and not on her baby daddy. Her back is to her baby daddy, and she has on this beautiful muumuu. I really want one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the ring is there present. Oh, what a nice picture. This area looks suspect, but we're not saying anything. But she has liquor, or at
Right. That's
least,
all I'm trying to see. Is
yeah,
that liquor?
I don't know, maybe. But don't she just drink Henny or something? It looks like a really nice, happy day. All right, so then we see her doing her little dancing. Let's see.
Mm.
Now, they question the belly holding a lot in this first video, but she does the second video inside. I don't see any belly holding. Her belly is still smaller than her boobs. If she's pregnant, she might be fresh pregnant. But if she is pregnant, this is bad.
Yeah, you're not gonna live this down anyway.
And it throws the timeline off. It really
Right.
does, because I've been hearing people saying how um, his divorce was done in March, not in January. There's like
Right.
too many inconsistencies with this. And how do you get engaged in 30 days?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Porsha rushes things,
Always
but
rushing
this
things.
is ridiculous. Porsha, you are not a single woman anymore in your 20s. You are a hard 40 or almost, with a
Mm-hmm.
little baby girl who's watching everything.
This is just so not appropriate.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what everybody else is saying. You know what? Let's also let's let's invite let's drop the line. If anyone has anything to say, just let us know. What are your thoughts on this? Aha, Pearl says, looks like Porsha finally got the African man in the end. Yes, a couple of seasons ago, weren't they all talking about the African gentleman who bought her a car or a handbag or something like that? I can't remember what season it was. He's Niger. No, but Botswana, you can get the diamonds from Botswana. I mean, just saying. Isn't that where Prince Harry got his diamond from? I don't know. What's this? Why would anyone have double of the ring? It's a regift. No, sometimes people buy diamonds for investments. These are large diamonds. If I had the money, I would buy it for an investment. They're not going to lose their value like a bag or a car. Okay, so Yanni, you see Belly. And she doesn't drink wine? Oh, okay. Why would she be wearing a muumuu? Cause it's cute, Yanni. I love that. I'd put my fluffy ass in it. Um, remember she was fake drinking Henny when she was pregnant with PJ. That's true. She was doing apple juice and Coke or something to make it the right color, to pretend. Okay.
Here's my
Yeah.
whole thing with this. Here's my whole thing with this.
Uh-huh.
Phillippi has a point to a degree. I didn't care what
Oh,
Porsha
sorry.
did personally.
Go ahead.
Porsha was single. She could do what she wanted to do, this, and that. I mean, she's out there having fun. I think no one would care um, who Porsha got engaged to if it wasn't someone who was on the show with her. So this was someone in your actual circle, whether it be a professional circle or a personal circle. This person was still in your circle. So I think that's what people have a problem with. I don't think people have any problem with um, her being engaged at all. It's the fact that who she's engaged to is the problem. At least that's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay, so we have a guest. Hello, Pearl, my love. How are you, dear?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
Oh,
Good.
no.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Mhm.
Wow, all of this is just news to me. I didn't know about Mama June. I definitely didn't know about Porsha. I mean, didn't they criticize Kenya for getting married too soon to Mark? Isn't this worse
Um,
than Kenya and Mark's shotgun wedding?
yeah, well, I think they also didn't like it because they didn't know about it. Bravo didn't like it because they didn't get to film it. Like, it is, well, I don't think, was Kenya only knowing him for 30 days? Like,
No,
that,
she knew him longer, but it
yeah.
was still seen as too quick, and that's apparently why the marriage didn't work out, blah blah blah. But guys, you have to be careful who you bring into your home. You remember when they went to Fallon's home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the husband was just watching them, like
I said that. I said
he
he was just lurking like a little perv in the
very
pool house.
pervy, very pervy.
Mhm,
He was at the other end of the pool watching these three women
mhm.
throw themselves in. And
Yep,
that's probably when he started having an eye for Portia. Otherwise, if you're having a girls thing, I've never seen a husband hanging around a girls thing,
that's
ever.
true.
The only
Mhm.
person that hung around was probably Ralph, but that's because he was serving them. But the husbands, the husbands just tend to disappear. So, oh my goodness.
My only issue is like when I first heard this, I was like, oh, so she's trying to save season 14. She's trying to save this franchise. I went completely to the negative side of it, saying like, this was something that production put together to save season 14.
Well, that this is fake.
Yeah.
But why would Portia volunteer herself for this messy storyline if it's not real?
Porsha is their favorite. Let's just call a spade a spade, you know?
I thought it was Candy.
Well, here's the thing. Candy knows how to deal with them on a business level and win. Whereas Porsha, I think once Nene didn't come back, Porsha became the face of Atlanta. And they gave her that extra little talk show after, what's it called? I don't know. It's with her, Giselle, the girl from the boat that left to go to Norway, and
Chat room.
the other girl. Yeah, chat room. I don't even know the name of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they gave her that other platform to be on. She had this the social justice plot line. Um, you know, and nobody was really watching this season, and those of us who were like angry and disappointed. So they've already sold the ad revenue for next season. So they've got to save next season, and this is it.
Listen,
That's where I went to with it.
she needs to come back with this storyline, and I need to hear all the shade that Kenya's gonna throw at her.
Well, Kenya already started, girl. You got to go on her Twitter page because she put up a gif of Nicki Minaj saying, "Did I lie? Did I lie?" No, you didn't, girl.
Well, because I just like I might be sounding like a Kenya fan right now, but I'm not. But they just dragged her through the mud for years with the whole Phaedra and Apollo thing and everything else. And then you go ahead and you stab one of your girlfriends in the back like this. Like, I don't care if they were already divorced. You know, you're breaking all kinds of girl code here. Because wasn't it like at Potomac when people were saying that Giselle was dating Sherman, who was married to blah, blah, and she wasn't even like close to Sherman's ex-wife.
I think they knew his ex-wife. Yeah, they called out Giselle on that, and I thought that was a little too close for comfort because she was friends with a couple of them in their circle, including Giselle. But this one I find like really, really messy because Fallon was on this latest season of the show. Yes, she was a friend of the show, but when you go back over the season and you're like looking at, well, why did he have to come to the girls' trip in South Carolina with her? Why couldn't she fly with the other girls? He had to get their jet and they had to go separately and get a villa down the road. But why did you have to come with her? Why did you have to stay with her at the pool party when she was getting her introduction to us? It just calls into questions a lot of moves that he made.
And you know he was around at the Halloween party as well.
Of course, he's always lurking somewhere.
He came out when she ran to get his golf club to beat somebody, I think Latoya, that he suddenly appeared behind the crew and everything else. That is just so. Do you know what they need to do? If they really want to save the next season, they need to give Fallon a peach.
That's what I said. I think I told y'all that in the mod chat. If this is the storyline, she needs to get a full-on peach.
Yep.
And I want to see true WWE next season. It's a shame that he isn't a better specimen to fight over, though. Just saying.
It's the house. It's the money. He's not attractive.
But how wealthy is he?
I don't know anything about him personally, but I know that he lives in a very humongous house, and that's a sign of what could be in the bank. And he has all these children with all these people. So I'm guessing he's got enough to feed all the mouths around the table.
Yes. If it's a producer thing, then they must have got another production company because this is brilliant. However, I still do, Yanni, I agree with you. It is genius. But I still wonder, like these actions, I'm in love after 30 days. I'm engaged after 31 days.
Here's a net worth of 40 million. But here's the thing with me. Okay, so Porsha, I mean, why? Even if it's a producer thing, why would you do this to yourself? Because
exactly what I said.
You came off of a season where like pretty much everyone was team Porsha. Like, she's in it for Black Lives Matter, social justice. She's following in her grandfather's footsteps. She's going to do all these things.
Let's call a thing a thing. We were down with her because of the bolo.
Well, no one really, like me personally, I really didn't care. Like I'm sorry. I wish people would get over this whole women behaving sexually on TV. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it was a thing. It was a group of women having a bachelorette party. They had a stripper. We've seen this
Mhm.
in the other shows. I don't understand why this was such a big deal and why people were looking forward to it because maybe if she's a stripper, so what? It happens all the time. It's nothing. She didn't do anything revolutionary. Is my point. The
I agree
only
with
re-
you.
the only reason why people are making a big deal is because before the season started, we knew it was dry. They didn't have any storylines that we cared about. Um, and it was leaked. It was leaked audio and leaked quote unquote footage. Had that not happened, no one would care. Had Kenya not made such a big deal of it, no one would care. To me, the whole Bolo thing is not that big of a deal. It shouldn't really be talked about as much as it
To
is.
But Jim,
me, it is. And this is one last comment that I have to say about Bolo. I am just very impressed with Porsha that she could take on the Bolo and still walk without a limp the next day. That's all
Well,
I'm saying. She got a total irrigation
oh
and
according to
and
my
the
and
people,
and,
God.
and she
well, according
increased
to
the
some,
acreage down there.
according to some of the people, like she's not too fresh. So I heard. I'm just saying, according to some of the people,
She's stretched out.
she's she's popular in Atlanta. Like that's just what the people
Listen,
are
there's
saying.
nothing wrong with it. She is
Nothing
single.
wrong.
But I'm just impressed that she can walk without a limp or her back is not out of whack, and that, her uterus is not dragging on the floor behind her. That man has an impressive tool and champion to you for, climbing the top of that mountain,
I think
Porsha.
what it was. I think what really got people irritated with this, me included. Like I wish they had kept it more fun. I kind of wish they. I wish they kind of had been like, you know what? Yeah, we did the thing because had say she did. We're gonna say she did it. If Portia did it, people would have been riding so hard for Portia. She'd have got so much support. Like that's why you do it. You a single grown woman. You do you. Blah 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 blah.
But
But since
Jamal,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I think that she would have done exactly what you're saying if she was alone. I think she's keeping her lips shut because of Tanya, because of her loyalty to Tanya, and Tanya is not a single woman.
Porsha
So,
ain't got no loyalty but to Porsha. Let's just be
well,
clear on
I
that.
think she's got some loyalty to some people. I think Tanya is someone that she's always felt that she needs to protect because Tanya cannot fight her own battles.
Here's the
So,
thing, Pura. I would go with you on that. Sorry to interrupt. I would go with you on that. But we have to remember Tanya outed herself at that meeting.
Mhm.
So had she not done it, I could ride with you on that. But Boo Kins, like you outed yourself. You put yourself at the scene of the crime. So it's like there's nothing to protect at that point because you've
that's
already told
because
us.
she's dumb. That's because she's dumb. Because I've never seen Tanya drop out of a season so quickly and so early on. Like we did not hear about her, we did not see her. According to Portia, she doesn't want to hang out with them anymore. Well, tell us why, Portia. Why does she not? I mean, she's stuck. She stuck around doing the whole cookie lady thing. She still came back. So tell us why exactly she doesn't want to hang out with the group anymore.
The cookie lady thing she knew was fake, so she was cool. She was cool with that. That's why she could hang around. But my thing is this: you cut and ran because there's truth to it, and you put yourself into the scene of the crime. So therefore, you know, I I would have just sat in it. To be completely honest, like when you do your dirt, just sit in it and be cool because as history has shown, when reality TV stars are open and honest with everything, they get so much more support than backlash. Even with Portia, her situation, she was having a good time. They were all having a good time. It was fun to see them have a good time together.
Mhm.
Now, had Kenya not hosted the trip and been on the trip, I think it it would have blown up because Kenya put a very serious tone on it. Like she was shaming Portia. She wanted to catch Portia in something. It was all about like making Portia look bad versus them having fun. Had she came with Portia like, look, Portia, how was it? And did it in a fun, joking way. I think Portia probably been like, you know what, you know what we do over here.
Kenya
You know,
was jealous.
yes, I agree.
Kenya wanted some bolo. She was out
I,
there spreading her legs in the air. She was like chasing Bolo everywhere. She was like, "We want Bolo, we want Bolo," and Bolo went to Porsche. And she was pissed. She was like, "I wanted a piece of Bolo," so that's why she was shaming Porsche because she didn't get him.
Wait, Portia left for? I thought Fallon left for. Wait, are we talking about the trip, the South Carolina trip?
One,
Be-
yeah, no, we're talking about when.
no, I mean
Oh, right.
Futhi's comment. She said that Portia left first. I thought it was Fallon who left first.
What? Oh, I
Because
don't
we
know.
only saw Fallon on the first night where Latoya started commenting on people's husbands and Drew blew up and said she's gonna bring Chicago or whatever. We didn't see
No,
her after that.
we saw her at the thing that Lauren threw for Porsche, that Kenya wasn't invited. And
mhm.
Latoya said, "Oh, you look like you date
Mhm.
older men."
But that was before South Carolina.
Yeah, that was before South Carolina.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Yeah, she said
This,
she said that's a foul. She said that's a foul, I think. But this
yeah.
season, like basically this season, our half season was credit to Candy. Good job, Candy. I'm going to need you to keep producing and not. I mean, I like Candy. Don't get me wrong, but I prefer Candy like have more control of the production because the scenes and the episodes we liked the most was when Candy was producing. So good job, Candy. Now this may be wrong, but I do hope this is real, just because I want to see how it plays out over the next season or two. And that's just me being
Ooh.
selfish. That's just me being selfish, because I mean, do I agree with what Portia did? She's grown. No, of course not, because I just think it's inappropriate socially. I would personally have kept it under wraps for a lot longer, like 4 to 6 months. Just to give it time to die down. I would have done it. I would have played it that way, and then that way, when we start filming, I have a new fiance coming into the new season. I would have played it
Okay.
that way.
So then
I
I'm
would
gonna
have played it
ask you
that
a
way.
question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's go back to this comment that Futhi made
Mhm.
a little while ago. To me, it feels like they've been doing their thing all the time before the divorce. What if they had to do it, like do the engagement now because they have been doing it before the divorce,
Mhm.
like from the pool scene,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and she is pregnant.
Right. I think
She's
what the
definitely
thing.
pregnant.
I think there was some sort of arrangement, because when one spouse accuses the other spouse of cheating, like we always say, there's two sides and then there's a truth, which is generally meets in the middle. So let's just say they were both seeing other people. It's not called cheating. Let's just say they're both seeing other people, but they decided to stay together to ensure Fallon would get on the show. Because Fallon was very close to
Mm.
becoming full time. If I remember from an article, if Drew had not been able to make it back from her injury, Fallon would either have gotten a bigger role, or her and or Latoya would have gotten a peach. But Drew was able to film, so that plan went awry. I really feel like they probably been like having an arrangement that once the arrangement is over and Fallon's done filming her first season and she's on the show, they'll go their separate ways.
But I think I saw Fallon on Speak on It with Candy, and I
Mhm.
can't remember when that was filmed, but I didn't get any hint that she was getting a divorce or separated, because she was talking about her husband and talking
Yes.
about her relationship. I don't know if you guys
Mm-hmm.
saw that as well, which is
Mhm.
why I'm a bit shocked because I didn't know where this came from.
Well, they
She
She
was
didn't have
talking.
any
also
issues.
she also spoke favorably of Portia, but she was like, "Yeah, Dennis and Simon are business partners, and
Mm-hmm.
I became acquainted with Portia through their business relationship."
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have anything bad to say about
No.
Portia when she spoke on her. So it is.
And she did mention
Hmm.
that they had been asking her to be on the show for a
Mhm.
couple of seasons now, but that she wasn't comfortable putting her business out there on
Yeah.
television. So I think that if she wanted a peach, she would have gotten a peach. Maybe she just wanted to come in quietly and see how and test the waters or
Right.
something.
Right. I can see that. But yeah, I think over, like I said, the overall context is that this season was pretty much trash. But
I liked it.
the after season, but the
Pearl, you're
after
very
season is lit.
nice.
The after season, the after season is lit right now. This is. I still think they played this. I still think they played this the wrong way. You wait until just before filming. So what you do is you announce it just before filming, so there's some photos leaked, and then you drum up excitement for the new season, and then people really gonna try to figure out the time. Like, okay, hold up, let's go. What's going on here? I mean, this is you just played it the wrong way. That's all. Like, do what you do. I mean, I hope it's real, and we need Fallon to have a peak. Andy, do not mess this up.
Yep.
Fallon needs to be a full time peach holder. I'm gonna need y'all to kind of like get rid of Shamia because she served no purpose. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
Shamia.
None.
I used to love Shamia because she was more involved, and this season there was nothing for her to get involved with. I don't know why she was on the reunion. Like she can go for me, because we definitely. I mean, Kenya's gonna be on the one. She's gonna be on fire next season. It's gonna be like back and
Oof.
forth, and people may not want to hear this, but I'm thinking in terms of production and TV. I'm gonna need y'all to give Miss Nene Leakes a call.
No.
We need to get Nene on the line for this.
You know
I need
what?
Phaedra.
Ooh.
I would say Phaedra, but you would have to get Candy out.
No.
Before you bring
That's
Phaedra
the
You
back.
can make
that's the
Candy a
best
friend
bit.
of the show plus
No,
producer.
they will never do that. Candy, you would have to offer Candy more money. The only way you could bring Phaedra back is if Candy signs off on it. Can you?
Yeah,
If they can convince if they can convince Candy to sign off on it, I'm here for it.
but that's the whole point of Phaedra coming back is to be with Candy. There's no point sending Candy away. You're missing out on a whole chunk of drama
But
there.
Candy, but do you realize how much it would have to cost them how much it would cost them in terms of Candy's salary for her to sign off on that? Because they will
Well,
not bring Phaedra back without Candy signing off. It's not going to happen. Because it was going to happen, because they didn't want Phaedra back, but Candy always said, "Nah, I'm not doing it."
well, they just have to bring out their checkbooks and put a few zeros down.
Right?
Oh
I'm
my
serious.
god.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got Candy, you got to pay Candy for her pain.
Candy
So,
loves her paychecks, you know.
yes, she does. Like
As long
approach
as you
it that
give her
way.
the right amount, Candy will show up for work.
I agree with you. If they can bring Fallon on as a full time housewife, give her peach, bring Phaedra back full time, and then maybe sprinkle in Nene as a friend of the show to stir up the mess to replace Shamia, that would be a hot season. I'm just saying.
Shamia, the thing about Shamia is she has no contribution to the show. She's not even
Mm-hmm.
that close to Porsha anymore,
Nope.
even though they still call each other best friends. But Shamia has stepped her game up. Her fashion is on point. She's classy. Her hair is great. So I feel like maybe if she had a peach and we got to know her life as well, we might get something interesting. But as a friend of the show, she's got nothing to
Her
contribute.
husband doesn't want her to
It's her
be
husband.
anything more. Yeah.
Uh,
He's like, you could be a friend. And I
Mm-hmm.
think she really went overboard. I think she pushed his limits with regards to her interaction on this show. If she comes back with the same presence that she had this season, I would be really, really surprised. So wait, is it true the rumors that I'm hearing that Porsha quit the show?
No,
Is that true?
I don't think so. Because why would you quit the show
she
when
doesn't
you're
have
just
any
getting
other
hot?
jobs.
I mean, Porsche has businesses.
Yeah, anyone can have businesses. You just go and pay some money and register a company. But like Portia doesn't like this is her biggest paycheck. So why would she's a single woman so far. This is her biggest paycheck. She needs to pay off her mortgage. So why would she just cut herself from the thing that has sustained her for how many years now? Because of this rich guy who, if he dies, if this man dies and she's married to him, do you know how many ways they have to split his whole estate? To like how many people have a piece? She's not gonna get much, so she needs to have her own coins. So until she needs to sell more sheets, pampered by
I mean,
Porsches, some more go naked hair. But this
yeah.
is her biggest paycheck.
I mean, uh, go naked is not cheap. So if it's as good as the money says it is, I mean, she's doing pretty decent. I mean, especially if
Yanni,
it's
you messy
online.
for that. No, her daughter's her biggest paycheck. Oof, oof.
You know that is so true because she's getting. Is she not
Got
getting
that
some
that
sort?
Wiener Schnitzel money.
Yeah, that hot dog money.
True.
Ay,
So
ay, ay.
I
I
can
don't know.
support
This
her
is just
leaving.
messy, but I'm kind of glad it rolled out because we were so disappointed by this season. I ain't gonna lie. I was just
Mhm.
disappointed by season 13.
Mhm.
But if this is all part and parcel of season 14, well, it's piqued my interest. Mm.
Yeah,
Porsha has the Ricky Smiley thing too, isn't it?
that's New Orleans, isn't it?
What?
The comment Portia left before the bad weather started.
Yes.
Yeah, her and
Yeah.
Candy.
Well, Candy
Yeah,
actually had work to do and couldn't risk getting
Mhm.
stranded with the hurricane. So she made a business decision. But Portia left because of the fallout of what had happened. I think with Big Frida.
oh yeah, with Marlo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she left because of that. Yeah. Oh my God, this was fun, y'all. I know that y'all have probably seen this like 20 times at the very least because I have watched DJ Richie Sky do this twice. What is it? Our favorite Terrence, All About the
Terrence
Tea. Yeah,
Galaxy.
I've watched him twice, Scotty by Nature twice. Yeah.
Funky Dinevas and videos.
Oh, I didn't see that. See, there's a
Yeah,
new one I got to go and watch.
yeah, he did
I
one last night, and I think he did one this morning.
And I know right now Nikki Star TV is doing her take on it. Like this is look how much interest this has garnered. If this is a production storyline, this is genius.
If it's a production storyline, I want to know is Carlos King back? Because this sounds like a Carlos King kind of stunt.
This also sounds like Candy Burris because you know she got all the gossip on everybody in Atlanta. I
True.
would not be
Hmm.
surprised if she has a hand in production that this was it.
But I don't believe because of what Jamal said. I just don't understand why Portia would do it to herself. Because this is gonna overshadow any sort of social justice thing she's doing. No one's gonna care about her Black Lives Matter
Well,
actions anymore. It's just gonna
maybe
be
it was a
about this.
paycheck. Sometimes money wins over social activism and your credibility and your
Integrity.
morals or whatever. You know, Uh, hello.
Uh,
I wish
well,
somebody would put me to the test with that. Hello.
But this is
oh
good. This is a
gosh.
good story. It gave us something like something exciting to talk about with Atlanta. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
shame this didn't come out during the season, but hey, you can't get everything you want. So hopefully, the momentum will go in. Hopefully, they start filming soon, and that way the momentum keeps going. Because they can't delay filming. They need to start filming this right away since the story just broke. They cannot not film this like within the next
Yeah.
like month or so. Otherwise, the flames will die down, and then no one's gonna care.
So what's up next now? Is it we're back to Potomac, are we?
And
Yeah.
Beverly Hills comes out soon. What?
Yes. Beverly Hills is starting soon.
And then Shaw's comes back what Sunday?
Shaw's is this Sunday. Shaw's of Sunset. I'm looking forward to that. We've got New York on, which seems to be okay. I think once Dallas goes off, then we'll bring on Beverly Hills, which should be cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna say temper. This is my opinion. Um, Temper your expectations on New York, and my reasoning is this: they're undercast, and I'm gonna stick to that.
Yes, I'm finally seeing what you're saying. With only 5 people in the cast, it's a little too intimate for me, and they're no
Mhm.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Ugh.
friends of the show. So I haven't watched
But
New York in so long.
Bershawn's coming. Bershawn's coming later in the season. But I'm just saying, like, I just people are like, oh my god, the first episode was great, blah blah blah. I'm like, it was good. I was happy with it. I'm just saying, temper your expectations due to the other casting because the best shows are the ones with like Seven Wives, Two Friends. I think Beverly Hills and Potomac are gonna blow all the other ones out the water, and I don't think it's gonna be close
Have
because
we?
Potomac. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, have we heard anything about Potomac?
A couple of things that come out, according to some of the people, Giselle wasn't invited to Karen's bachelorette bridal party.
Who's getting
Well,
married?
Uh,
Karen's renewing her
in her
vows.
vows,
Oh,
Remember, she threatened us with that during the reunion. Ugh.
and
see
then
now
apparently, what?
this is dangerous grounds because we all know what happens when you renew
Yes,
your vows.
we've all said that.
Mhm.
We've all said
So,
that. We've all said it. And then you
so
have apparently Giselle turning on Wendy.
not my Wendy.
Yes,
Well, you know
they're
that was
apparently gonna
bound to
call that
happen. The
happen.
only person that she has any ounce of loyalty to is Robin for some reason. It's probably because Robin will beat her up. I don't
It's
know.
fine. Wendy can take her.
Are we crazy
Mm.
about Candy? Not crazy about her. I like Candy as a businesswoman, and I appreciate everything she does. I would just prefer her going to a production role. That's just my personal
Yeah.
taste and my personal opinion.
I think
Um,
Candy is like the glue that keeps it all together in a way. That kind of because she's the only one that's not feuding with somebody. I
you
think
know
she
what?
and Cynthia.
You know what it is? Candy is the consummate professional, which doesn't always make the greatest TV. So that's why we say Candy is boring. But we all know Candy has the power to like put people in certain positions or create certain positions. Candy knows what to say at the right time.
You know how I see Candy as the holder of all the secrets, and she
Yeah.
drops them when they're convenient for her.
For her. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, Candy doesn't drink, right? So she's always sober and she's always
Mhm.
Right.
watching you when you're acting a fool. She's taking
Mhm.
over you.
Exactly.
Like at the Bolo thing, like she was the only one not drinking and she was making sure that her employee Bolo was not being abused and wasn't doing anything that would lead to a lawsuit.
Hmm.
She's always checking for her checks and making sure her lawyers on speed dial to make sure everything doesn't end up in court. So she knows what she's doing.
Oh, Candy's very smart. That's what I appreciate about her. I mean, like I said, again, put Candy behind the scenes to do production. She can make a guest appearance, get them double checks, one for talent, one for production. Do that, Candy. Get your money up.
Mhm.
Get because you're gonna have to pay for Todd for a while. Or maybe she can get Todd a job as a co-producer or something. Help Todd out. I'm serious. No, I'm serious.
No,
Todd, remember,
this is not TV1. No, he could go over there and do his little thing on TV1.
No, hang on. Wasn't he working on the show before he when he met
yeah,
Candy?
Yeah.
he's part of production.
Yeah.
Phaedra introduced them, which is the funny part.
Mhm.
Um, and then going back to Potomac, I would suggest y'all keep up with Monique's binder times because she is dropping some things, and she did reference Giselle. Well, and we don't know for sure, but in our opinion, a lot of our opinions that Monique is warning Wendy that Giselle is going to turn on her in the binder time.
Wait, how many binder times are out? I saw 1 and 2.
Two, two right
Oh,
now,
okay. All right. So I
only
am up
two,
to date.
but
Oof.
they are so good. They are so good, and Potomac looks good because we're gonna have a new wife, and I'm interested in her. I gotta do some research on
Oh,
her. Yeah,
okay.
she's on the youngish side, very pretty. She looks feisty. So this should be good. I want to see how Giselle handles that. 'Cause you know how Giselle feels about pretty younger people. She
So
can
who's
handle
not
it.
coming back?
Monique.
Oh, Monique is not coming back.
Nope. Monique quit.
Yeah, she
Oh,
said
did
she don't need
she?
that little check.
You know what? She doesn't.
No.
You know, she actually is the only one who doesn't need the check. But like I said, as long as she's still married to her husband, so she
Mhm.
better make sure she keeps that in check, because the moment that if that falls apart, hopefully not, she's gonna need a few checks.
Well,
Nah,
honestly,
she
I
got
think
three of
that's
his
a good
kids.
marriage. I think that's a good marriage, though. He loves her and she loves him. I
Didn't
saw them in
Sheree
the
have how many
Bahamas.
kids did Sheree have?
She has 3 kids.
Yeah,
No,
she was married to a
Sheree.
footballer as
Oh,
well.
Sheree has 3. 2 with Bob, and then
Yeah.
one that she had before Bob. The oldest girl.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, don't feel no one is secure, because she was married to a very famous football player as
But
well, wasn't she?
there are two different people though. Like Chris
Hmm.
has Chris was so from what I understand, Chris was like raised in Alabama or something. So he saved like the bulk of his NFL paychecks. He wasn't out here buying like cars and all this
Hmm.
stuff. He wasn't blowing his money. He saved a lot of his money according to Monique. That's why he has the portfolio he has.
And
Where I
he
think is
invested
Bob
wisely. He put
wisely.
it into real estate and not put family in it, but put the real estate to work for him. And like you said, he's invested wisely. He took his NFL paycheck and probably quadrupled it. That's what you do. But
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them in the Bahamas as a family, shortly after she had the last little baby Chris. They are a very lovely family, you know.
They are. And
Mhm.
she's a nice, she's a really good mom. I love the way she
Mhm.
handles her kids. And
Mhm.
they're good people. And yeah, she doesn't need the check. But I think that Monique is just really trying to establish herself as an individual outside
Mhm.
of being his wife. And that's probably why she came on the show, just
Right,
to
of
have some
course.
sort of independence.
That's what Camille did on Beverly Hills. But we kind of now that we know, like Kelsey got you on the show to keep you out of his hair, and so you
Mm-hmm.
can get some checks on your own. That way, he can cheat
Mhm.
on you while you're filming.
Mm-hmm. Keep you occupied.
Well, he
Yeah.
did say it was her exit, like their exit strategy. Give you threw you a bone.
Oh yeah. Because but how you get like we said in our chat, like how you get them, how you lose them.
Yep.
People tend to
Mm-hmm.
forget that Camille was the mistress
Yeah.
before she became the second
Yep.
wife.
Yep.
And Kelsey just did to her what she had done to his first wife. So I didn't understand like how she was too mad about it. I'm sorry. I
Someone better
mean,
tell Portia.
yeah. And then my thing is with Porsha, um, I know we're going over time. Sorry guys, but for me with Porsha, here's this, and I would like ladies to chime in on this as well. From my point of view, why would you put yourself in the position, because in this position I say, because think about it, you're baby mama wife number 3. Your child is not his child, so your child is actually number 8 in line with no real
Mm-hmm.
connection to him, and
Mm-hmm.
any baby you have after him will be running ninth place to all his other children, including your own. So why would you do that to yourself? Anybody
What
have
I
a
want, go on, Jamal.
no? I was just wondering like what people think about it. I mean, Yanni says money, but like really, how much money is going to be left? Because let's call a thing a thing. He got what other children, like what 7 in front. Like he's taking care of all the children, not just his own. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? He's probably going to keep taking care of Fallon's kids up until a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just, people want to say money, money, money. He's not like an NBA player. He doesn't have like those what 7, 8 figures. He doesn't have 8 figures Like his net worth is 40 million. But then you gotta realize he seems like the type of guy who would probably take care of his first wife, depending on how they ended, because we don't know how they ended, like what the terms were. And then you got Fallon. Now Fallon cutting into that money too. Plus he has a minor child with Fallon. Plus he loves her kids, so he's gonna help them out. So I just wouldn't put myself in the position to be running so far behind.
What I want to know is Porsha gonna move him into her house? Because
No.
I'm guessing Fallon's gonna keep that house, or they're gonna sell it or something. Because Porsha didn't want to move out with Dennis to his place or to find a new house. She wanted Dennis to move in. So is she gonna move him into her house now?
So
I think she should keep that house for PJ, make him buy a new house for them. If they do get married, I would get an unbreakable trust for if I'm pregnant now for this child, with contributions on an annual basis from the estate, whether he's living or dead. And any future children that we should have during the terms of our marriage that are biologically Simon's, they would also get the same sort of setup with a trust with annual contributions from the estate, whether he's living or dead.
So Yanni says, "Oh, sorry."
No, that's it.
Okay, so is right now my kids only bring mom money until they're 18. That's only legally. I say that because he's going to continue to do for all of his children. So do you think he's going to do for all of his children? And when his first wife comes to him and say, "Hey, I need some money," do you really think he's going to tell her no? No. So what's going to happen is she's going to go back and go to her kids and say something, particularly if they're grown children. And then what's going to happen is those grown children, especially if they're males, are going to go to him like, "Why are you not helping my mama out?"
And also, he probably pays them alimony as well.
Depending on the setup,
on the settlement. It depends on the settlement, because they could either get a lump sum or they can get alimony. And I would rather take a lump sum, because alimony, it's not guaranteed, and if you remarry, you could lose that. That's why if you're getting into a situation like this where you're 8th or 9th in line of kids, I would do the trust and get real estate. That's why Porsha's current house, that would be PJ's house. Set it up on Airbnb or whatever, and then make him buy a new house, and that would be for your kids.
But she wasn't willing to do that with Dennis, who's PJ's own biological father. So I don't see why she'll be willing to do that.
That's because he was hunching on dogs. I wouldn't do that either. Allegedly.
No, but that was before, before she found out about the cheating stuff, when she was pregnant.
I think it's because all he had was an apartment in downtown Atlanta. It wasn't like big enough or family friendly. I think if he had invested in another home, it would have been okay.
No, because that's what he was trying to do. Remember, they went to view some houses. Like he was saying, let's buy a new house together, because he doesn't want to move into his woman's house, and he wants to be closer to the city, closer to work.
Yeah. I honestly think Porsha liked being in control of her situation when she got pregnant with PJ. That's the honest truth. I think she needed the control at that point, because prior to that, like when Cordell divorced her, I think she found out through social media or a text or something like that. No control there. Her whole relationship with Cordell, she was not in control. And she had got her freedom from that. She went out, reinvented Porsha, and she was in control. So when she entered into that relationship with Dennis, it was hard to give up that control.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's going to give it up now.
Here's the thing.
Because
Go ahead, Pearl. Sorry.
No, go on. Finish.
I'm going to say this. Like, I understand, Debbie, what you're saying, but let's be honest. I don't think Porsha saw Dennis as a good compliment. I don't think she saw Dennis as an equal, which is why she didn't want to marry him And
Mhm.
the cheating gave her a good way out of the situation because she got her baby, but she just wanted to make sure she got a baby some kind of way because
Mhm.
remember she was trying to give Todd a baby contract a couple years
Mm-hmm.
ago. So
Yeah.
she got her baby, so now she's in control of her situation. She doesn't see Dennis as an equal or suitable for what she needed. Now Simon, he's got the net worth, he's got the big house, he's got the restaurants, the businesses. That's what she was looking for. So that's why she'd probably be willing to give up a little bit of control in exchange for the cash.
I'll agree with you on that because remember when he gave her that Rolex, like it was a stainless steel and gold Rolex, and she already had a solid gold Rolex. Like that's kind of a downgrade, and she had a little shady remark on that, and then just put the watch to the side, and I was like, okay. Dennis, I know you buy a Rolex for everybody because remember Porsha and not Porsha, Candy and her girlfriends was talking about that he buys a Rolex for
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
Mm.
I think that was a bad move on his part because look at your girlfriend's watch. Don't get her a downgrade. Always get
Mm.
her upgrade. And secondly, I don't like it's really risky. I firmly believe that you don't give a gift of a watch or shoes to your significant other because then they don't have time for you and they walk away.
Fair.
So, yeah, but she looked down on that gift and he's a representation of that gift.
She also
Mm-hmm.
looked down on all the Chanel purses he sent her. It's like, oh, he's
Mhm.
always giving me a Chanel purse every month or every week or whatever.
Mhm.
Like it's nothing.
Yep. I mean, she's when you're getting a like who was it who gave her the African gentleman that she had before Dennis?
The Rolls
Didn't
Royce.
yes, the car. He was giving her bags galore. Like one of the bags he gave her, I think was like 50 G's. Like that's a bag.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bag, you know, and he's giving her a Chanel purse that's 5 grand. Okay, Dennis, come better with the hot dogs.
I think
Portia's had a
the
lot of
close.
big papas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the close is out though. I mean this was a good story for like we. I mean Atlanta needed a good jolt. Porsche delivered it. I mean I think she solidified herself as new queen. She's making things happen for herself. I hope she gets everything she wants. Futi might. Oops.
Oh, sorry. I think we
I
were clicking on
trust.
the same thing at the same time.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's hard. It's hard. I agree because it's hard to trust Simon given his track record. I mean,
Mhm.
two previous wives. The ink is barely dry on the divorce, and you're already engaged. It's hard
Yeah.
to trust somebody like that. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, with any union, you hope for the best. You
Yeah.
do. You hope for the best. I just want to see it play out on my TV. The good stuff,
Yeah.
the real good stuff.
Yeah.
Andy, Fallon, Pete, make it happen. Um, Finagle fade your back, and if you can, Finagle need me back. I'm telling you, that's your all star. That's your cast for season 14. It will be your ratings will go back up to where they used to be. Do it. Make the right decisions. Convince
Yeah.
Candy to make the right decisions. And when I say convince, when I say
You need a
convince,
big paycheck to convince her.
right. When I say convince, put some zeros after that. Don't do what you did to Bethany and not give her that money.
Oh
Just saying.
my God. I'm looking at
Mhm.
someone's comment. I think Trey. I wonder if Dennis has Simon's name tattooed on him.
I saw that. Oh my God.
Oh my
Y'all are
God.
so bad. But I wonder too. I ain't gonna lie. Like it'll be Dennis and it'll be in the middle of a hot dog and it'll be Dennis with some ketchup dripping off of it, you
Oh
know.
my God.
Oh my Lord.
Anyway,
Oh,
this
well,
was fun, guys.
thank
It
you for
was. Thank you
calling
for
in,
calling in.
Pearl.
Thank you.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
I always miss your shows because I'm half asleep at the time.
I know, I know.
But
We're trying to stay in the afternoons now. So hopefully you can
yeah.
catch us soon. Oh
Same.
my gosh. All right, Pearl, thank you for calling in. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next go round, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
All
Thanks,
right,
All right,
guys.
love.
Pearl.
Bye.
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 All right.
Oh my God, this was a good show. Thank you so much, Jamal, for bringing all of these great topics to the show.
Oh no, this is what the
Oh,
new. This is where our new. I think this is where our new segment's gonna be. It's not all going to be reality TV. We're gonna mix in some YouTube stuff. I mean,
mhm.
Debbie's gonna like kind of dip her toe in. This is her first foray into YouTube stuff. I mean, YouTube issues aren't bad. It's just they just seem bad because we're so into YouTube now. You know, like, but there are good stories out there, good things we can like look into because some of the stuff on YouTube is actually in mainstream. It's just mainstream doesn't talk. The big mainstream doesn't talk about it
Mhm.
because it's not on a TV. It's not on a TV screen.
Yeah. I
But
just don't
yeah,
want to get into no kerfuffle with nobody. That's all. We're just
oh
here to
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
That's
We're
it.
just talking and we're not criticizing. We're just saying this is the story that's there. This is what we're reporting on. So we're not being mean. We're just saying, well, this is what's there. This is what we've seen. So you really can't get mad.
Oh, but
Um,
they do.
I mean, but that's
They do.
then I think if you're gonna get mad about things you put out there and the behavior that you do, you should not be on YouTube or on any social media. Seriously. Because it's no
Oh,
different. Like I tell people, I've had other conversations. Like, well, here's my thing: is when you put things out on the internet, it's bad behavior. I mean, especially when you have a commentary community. What do
mhm.
you expect? You put this out here. Like for example, I always with the Nikki Phillippi story. My thing is this: had you not put this out here and done this video, no one would know.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, Pearl's like, who's getting bad? Like, oh, Pearl, it's not with us. It's just within the commentary zone of YouTube. People get mad because other people do videos on them, and I think it's not so much actually doing the video. I think it's just the way like they're covered or the person who's covering them. I
Yeah.
think most of the time it's the person who's actually telling the story. So
Mm-mm.
no, but we're good. Are we? Are we good to go,
Yep.
Debbie?
Yes, we are. So until next time, guys.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.